SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Detroit Lions.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 60 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Fights loose. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. On second down, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Brady. This one to the left to Higbee. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Here's Magoo looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So, I guess my question... And this is caught! And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. His 8th rushing touchdown and 9th overall on the year. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a play fake. Brady. And it's incomplete. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week. Plenty of hurries given up.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Brady. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Brady going to throw. And he finds Beasley complete. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there out of the running game. Now Scarborough. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Magoo. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First down now, but that clock rolling. Brady now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he's got Higbee complete right side. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Brady's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cole Beasley. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jordan Love, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Matt Ryan leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Jalen Hurts strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Lions to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. He's going to keep this again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. This is Scarborough. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Magoo's throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Comes loose, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any...
And now off to the races, down the right side. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, LA. Alvin Kamara, 99 yards. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Rams have got it back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chris Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Runs over him. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
A lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 15.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Brady's throw there complete. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw here pulled in by Beasley. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And this one caught by Beasley. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and very short, Brady. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw, Brady. They'll get this out to Kamara. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Seibert's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? As another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Magoo. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Lions are going to win this game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, you have to be careful not to give out too many kudos.